Hey, welcome back everyone. Rob here from Ram Studio Comics. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through the process for drawing these characters, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I think about when drawing expressions. And I've got some exciting news for you. This video has been sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an amazing online learning platform with a plethora of fantastic classes for you to learn from. And the reason why I love Skillshare is because with a host of great classes to choose from, you can really bounce around and learn what you want. They've got a lot of great content surrounding digital painting by Hardy Fowler. He's a great instructor. Gabrielle Bricky, I believe is the way that you say it. She does some very beautiful portraiture and stylized representations of female characters. Lots of stuff surrounding comic art, which I love. Obviously, Clayton Barton has a fantastic proportions figure drawing class. Fantastic information in there. So you can see lots of great classes to choose from surrounding the topics that we love. Also, Chris Scalf has an amazing class on painting dragons. Very highly recommended there. So just a nice range. And so what's happened for me by using Skillshare is I've been able to not only teach on here, but then also just learn the things that I need to learn at the given time. Because you have access to all these classes at once, it's very easy to kind of go, well, where do I need to really focus my efforts right now? Do I need to get better at my line work? Do I need to learn more about gesture? Whatever that might be. So you can jump in and out of classes. And the other thing is you have project files to complete. So when you submit those project files, you're basically sharing them with the class, and then the instructor can look at it and give you their opinions and their feedback. So very impactful, very powerful stuff. I highly recommend you check it out. And keep in mind that by using the link in the description box below, you'll actually get the first 500 people that use the link will get 2 free months of Skillshare Premium. And so check out the links in the description box below. And without further ado, let's jump on into the video. Okay, so for this first character, I wanted a bit of a tough guy, so I went with a more squared off head shape, squared off jaw. And I wanted this character to look like he's ticked off, kind of looking to the side. And I also wanted to focus on some asymmetrical values, so a raised eyebrow, raised lip. You can convey a lot of neat things with that. Now, obviously, these are all in combination with the shape of the mouth opening and the squintedness of the eyes and where the pupils are related. All that factors in. But generally, when you raise the eyebrow, you can make a character look like they're either a bit more interested and trying to understand what the other character's saying, or disgusted, or just flat out like, in disbelief, I guess. So it's kind of neat. Like, we spend so much time learning how to draw symmetrically, but with expressions, you have to pay attention to the nuances and the differences from side to side, because that's what's going to give you all these neat expressions, so that you're not just drawing angry people that all look the same and happy people that all look the same. It's basically the variations within the features that really sell it. So with this next one, it's kind of the same expression almost. I mean, a little bit different. I've got the raised eyebrow on the same side as the raised lip, and it's female character. So it's kind of a different thing altogether, because I have to use a lot more curved lines. So when I draw male characters, it's more angular lines. You've probably heard me talk about this in my videos, and when I draw female characters, or I'm trying to achieve like the look of beauty, I'm going to end up using a lot more flowing lines, a lot more curves. So I think what happens here is that even though the expression is very much the same from the male to the female, the approach is different because you have to use different lines and different proportions to convey it. So it's basically not enough to say get good at drawing any kind of expression. You have to practice them on a variety of character types, young and old, male, female, different ethnicities. All these things factor in. But then, I know it sounds a bit daunting, but keep in mind that it doesn't really mean that you have to redraw everything and that you have to be able to draw 100 different ways. Basically, what happens is when you get confident at, say, drawing eyes, it sort of translates over. You're just going to change a few of the aspects of it. Like I said, curved lines versus angular, things like that. And then once you start to feel more confident with drawing these, you want to start to exaggerate more and more. I kept the exaggeration somewhat to a minimal, but you want to really, place the irises different. And relationship to the opening of the eyes. So with this next character, I wanted to do something more extreme. So again, after you start to feel more confident, you start to stretch it and almost caricaturize what you're doing a bit more. This makes it a lot of fun, and it gives a lot of expressiveness and range to the stories that you can tell. So you can notice this, with this character, I made very wide open eyes. I even threw in the tiny little pupils, even though I generally will draw the irises first, but with fear, I usually kind of draw in the pupil first. I think it just helps to convey that extreme sense of fear. And then the very wide open mouth. So again, this is just kind of that thing of where, what can I do to really push that? How far can I raise the eyebrows and how much can I tilt them back? And if I create a few wrinkles above the eyebrows, then it helps to reinforce that he's got that very wide-eyed expression going on. And then from here, you could take this and say, well, I want to stretch it even further. You got to remember, exaggeration is so important for comics, for obviously caricature art, for storytelling, storyboards. There's lots of opportunities where exaggeration is going to really help you tell that story. If you have characters that are just kind of sitting around with this mundane expression, then the storytelling has to be really good to keep the reader involved, because it doesn't help sell the narrative. But if there's extreme expressions, then the story, it really helps the storytelling. They go hand in hand. But so practice this often. It's a very important study that I do all the time now, and I'm still trying to get my faces the way that I really want them to look. But I get a little bit closer each time. So in that, I take a little bit of solitude. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'd love to know what you think in the comments section below, as well as what you'd like to see in the future. I appreciate the support of the channel, and I will talk to you soon. So as always, keep drawing, keep having fun, and bye for now.